what's up, man? Hello. Alright. Let me invite you. This is like my third run of this today. I'm addicted. Set this up. Okay, do either of you guys have anything unlocked that I don't? Because that's what I'm trying to do, is unlock more stuff, but I have no idea how to get any of this. I guess it's just random. Seems like it's just RNG. Yeah, because I got everything maxed out so far except for this. I found the doctor. Like, I don't think you can get these, because they're not in the game. The restaurant I've never seen. Really, what is that? What do I have that you don't have? So what spells are good? You guys have mentioned being able to do combos on heavy bosses with certain spells. Like, I don't know which ones are good. I tried this Ice Greatsword one, seemed like it was pretty good. I don't know which ones are really good for it or not. I'm still still learning as I go. This game is extremely buggy, but good. So, just like all the AAA games. AAA games don't work. Well, the Spider-Man 2 that just came out today doesn't work, apparently. The difference is this game is $10 and made by one person, so it's forgivable. You definitely need some patience to play this game, though. It's got a lot of bugs right now. First patch is supposed to be in like 2 days, so we'll see how much that improves it. Hey, it keeps saying I'm dropping frames. It's probably because I'm playing this remote play. This game needs real net play. How bad is it right now? Might have to cancel the run. It's not affecting my gameplay, but if it's making the stream unwatchable, then I can just do this offline. Just play solo. I don't really like remote play. I want actual online, but this is made by one guy, so that's probably not something that's feasible. Let me know how bad it is to drop frames. Let me see, how many frames have I dropped? Oh yeah, it's dropped a ton of frames. Alright, we're gonna have to cancel this then. It keeps bothering me about the drop frames. Let me turn this off. That's why I don't like remote play. It's just... I know. I need to back out of the game. Let me see if it improves. Yeah, I wish it had just real net play. None of this remote play stuff. It's fine on my end, but it dropped a good, like, minute straight of frames. So I think I'm gonna have to not do that right now. Let me see. Let me try playing something else. Maybe it's just my internet. My internet's been kind of spotty lately. It's a very real possibility, but I really do think it's just connection can't handle streaming in high quality and then doing remote play. I think it's a little too much for my internet to handle. So let me try something else. Let me know. Just play something else for a few minutes and see if it improves. If it stops dropping frames. Yeah, because I played with Power Flood and we were completely fine, but obviously I wasn't streaming, so... Let me see. Let me check my XSplit. Is it still dropping frames? Let me get into some heavy gameplay here. This is quick to get into. Yeah, if it's unwatchable, I'm not going to stream it. I can always just do it offline. I'm not obligated to stream it. It's not a paid partnership. I paid for it myself. It's not really anything to get upset about. I hadn't really thought of that being an issue, but seems like it is. So let me play this for a little bit, see if the connection improves, but that's probably all it was. I tried lowering my bitrate, but that's just too much effort. It seems like it's working fine now. So yeah, it was just trying to stream the games. Too much for my interwebs. Let me make absolutely sure though before I continue. Was it rough on your end, meaning it was laggy? Yeah, because I played with Power Flood and it was completely fine. It's not dropping any more frames so far.
No,
it's nothing to worry about. It's just streaming is not something I can do while I do remote play. If you want to be the host, you can. Do you want to be the host? I kind of forced you to come in here and stream and play with me, so If you want to be the host, we could do it that way. But yeah, if I'm the host, it's gonna be really hard on you. If I'm the host, it's gonna be hard on you, because I don't experience the lag you do. But if you host, I can stream it. If you'd like to do that, that's fine. Because I just did a battle in this with a bunch of shit going on, and I haven't dropped a single frame, so that's about all it is, really. Bandwidth. I do stream at like 5500 bitrate. There's probably a sweet spot where I can lower the bitrate and not have it lag, but it's too difficult to find it, especially for a game like that. I'm not gonna bother doing that. Not tonight, anyway. Alright, let me finish this fight. Just send me the invite. Pretty simple to deduce. That's why I'm not mulling over it. It's a pretty easy thing to troubleshoot. Playing this, I'm back to pristine quality and no frames dropped, so... Alright, let me back out of this. Go ahead and send me the invite. Yeah, I want to get a run-in with you, so... The game is not fun on Veteran, is it? It seems like it's not fun on Veteran, at least not right now. At this point, I'm kind of just trying to unlock stuff for the overview, so let's just play Rookie. I'm really not wanting to be frustrated tonight. Yeah, you go ahead and you be the host, and let's see if it if I can stream it. That might have to be the only way I can stream the game. I have a wired connection, so probably pretty good for stuff like this. I do my parts and play video games online with wired. Which I guess even matters for niche stuff like this. because I'm not hosting, he's hosting. That's just how it's gonna have to go with, co-op for this. Because it's going off my connection, it's not actual net play. Oh, here we go. Let's see what this does. This quest is so dumb. It's like when you see a door, you can't use any charge attacks. This is stupid. You both have 4 too. Oh well, I guess I'm never gonna find out what that does. GG's. Oh yeah, it's fine. Remote play together is pretty good, but you definitely need to nerf your stream quality to stream it, I guess. No, I'm good for now. I've already done like 4 runs today. I'm good for now. Let's see what you unlocked, though. Let me see what you unlocked. Actually, I can just do it myself, huh? I won't spend any of your money, don't worry. Let me see what you unlocked. Yeah, we didn't get that wizard because of that quest is really dumb. It's random when she spawns. You got all the same stuff I do. I don't know how many of these you can actually get. They may actually be not in the game right now. Yeah, that was fun. GG's. You have to give her meter, but it's random when she spawns, so in the last level, you kind of want to neuter yourself and not use any meter, because I think it needs 4 bars. Looks like it's 3 or 4 bars that you need. I think it's 4, actually, and if you don't have those, you're just screwed. And I think she only spawns in the last level. That's kind of what I don't like about the game. I don't like about the game is like a lot of the meta progression stuff is random. I like that it requires you to, see all the content and play the game in different ways, but the fact that it's random and then the objectives are also random as well. Just getting into the door in the first place can be difficult. Just getting into the door in the first place can be difficult, and then they ask you for something you don't have. And it's like, well, okay, well, how many more runs need to get to the end before I get another chance at that? Like, there should be some kind of pity system. Yeah. I hope whatever she gives is actually worth it, because that's like the stupidest RNG quest in the game, basically. I don't even think you can do it solo, because the AI won't give her the mana, so you have to have 4 bars by yourself, which is highly unlikely, unless you just feel like your run is in the bag and you can clear it. But it doesn't seem like too much of the rest of the stuff is even possible to get right now. I think it's all just placeholders. I'll send an email to the developer and see what he says, but I think besides that wizard chick, we've harvested all the content. Oh, does it save? Oh, is that what you're saying? Does it save? Okay, I didn't quite follow. I wasn't. I'm pretty sure. I think I saw her twice and it didn't save, but I could be mistaken. I don't know if that's true or not. Uh, that's a good question, actually. That's a good game. It's definitely better than the beat 'em up offerings we had last year. The only good things that happened with beat 'em ups last year was Fight Forever, The Double Dragon Gaiden DLC, which was like around now actually, it was at the beginning of January, and then Vengeance Hunters. That was it. All the other beat 'em ups that came out last year were garbage. It was a very crap year to be a beat 'em up fan. This year should be better. I wasn't expecting Wendigo Blue to be as good as it is, but I think I can't quite remember either. But I think it does have to be in one run. Yeah, hopefully this year will be better for beat 'em ups. Wendigo Blue, if it gets finished. Uh, Double Dragon Revive, Rushing Beat X is supposedly still this year. Overrider going to 1.0. Got a lot of good indie beat 'em ups coming. Fight Forever is supposed to get an update soon, actually. I am very excited for that because it's pretty sad that that game was better than. Uh, yeah, go rewind the stream. That's one of the reasons why I stream on YouTube. You can rewind, and the VODs don't expire. I keep the VODs public so people can see stuff. Go ahead and check if you could. Figure out what the next game is going to be. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so it's not entirely bad, but you still kind of have to not use your bar that much in the on the last level, just so you make sure you can make some progress on the quest at least. That's good to know. Thank you. Well, hopefully you get it next time. I've still got a ways to go, I think. The game's really impressive for being made by one person. Uh, it's like on par with Fight and Rage, but way buggier. It's way buggier than Fight and Rage, but it's like on the same level. The mechanics are pretty good. They're definitely flawed, but when you consider the games made by larger teams that came out last year, like G.I. Joe and Karate Kid, being way worse with like an actual budget and resources and a publisher and stuff. It's pretty impressive how good the game is. It seems like he's reached the right audience. He hasn't been doing any kind of marketing for it, but he's got people that actually know what makes the games good, and I think that that's going to matter a lot because one of the things that happens in early access is you get really dumb feedback, and they have to find the feedback that's worth reading. And so far, everybody hasn't been requesting like 800 different characters and 6 weapons for everybody. It's all been pretty under control. I definitely think he should. One thing he should do for sure is on the stuff that you can unlock, you should post if it's possible to get it or not, because it seems like a lot of it you actually can't until there's more content in the game. So, seems like if that's the case, 20-25 hours out of it right now to see everything and unlock everything, which isn't bad. A lot of more expensive early access games don't have that much to go for on the first build. The bugs and stuff means you definitely got to have some patience to play it. I've had the game crash on me probably a good 8 times now. Multiple soft locks. Actually, there was a soft lock today. I had like multiple crashes yesterday. Alright, let me see what I'm gonna do next, if anything. I do have to kind of be up in the morning, so I don't know how much longer I want to go tonight. Let's see if this game got any mods, because apparently it's built in Unity. Let's see. Got any mods? Just like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is running an Unreal Engine, so they've already managed to port all the old stuff from the Master Collection. So that's pretty exciting, but at the same time, the port is kind of a hot mess. Like, do you really want to play that right now? I'm kind of like waiting. Alright, so let me see what there is to do in the post-game. I don't know if I want to commit to beating the game tonight. Next stream. Yeah, I'm just not big on hard modes that just give stuff more health and don't really give you anything else. I'm not really too into that, personally. I understand that people like that stuff, but personally, I'm not a fan. I'm sure when the game progresses, there will be more stuff. You know, hard mode gives you more experience or progress or something. That's when I'd be more in line to do that, but there's some things about the game that really annoy me, so I'm not wanting to do that currently. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that game right now is better than almost every beat-em-up that released last year. The only good like officially released beat-em-ups that were any good last year was the Double Dragon Gaiden DLC. I mean, technically that game came out in 2023. The DLC added a lot to it. But I guess if you count that. Other than that, there's only Vengeance Hunters. Streets of Rage X updates, and then the Fight Forever first demo release last year. But, like, for an officially released game, Wendigo Blue is better. It's a much better game. I like Vengeance Hunters for what it was, but that game had some really annoying stuff, too. The last boss was trash. It made me kind of not want to keep playing that game. It felt really limited by having to be on Neo Geo as well. At the same time, I can see why they did that, because the Neo Geo has, like, barely any beat-em-ups, and only a few of them are worth playing. So it's cool that, hey, there's, like, an actual good Neo Geo beat-em-up, but the game design and stuff definitely felt held back by it. But yeah, all the other officially released, like, with the publisher and stuff, beat-em-ups last year were garbage. All of them were. G.I. Joe was like the worst one. Karate Kid was a little bit better, but the price was too expensive. It was like $40, which is what Game Mill does. Game Mill, they put their stuff at insane prices, and they know that no one's going to buy it, and then the game also isn't good. and then they put it at 99 cents. And I guess they must make money doing that somehow. Like, how much money did Rise of Kong make? That game was outed to be garbage, like, the moment it came out. Maybe their whole business model is, people looking for content creators to make shitpost videos about it or something, I don't know. What does the gauntlet that lets you cancel normals do? I don't quite understand. Like, I have that, but I don't quite understand what it does. I mean, you can chain it into itself, or what? Oh, good night, man. Hit me up around this time, tomorrow or today, and we can do another run. Good night, man. Best of luck on unlocking that thing and telling us what the rest of it is. Good night, man. I'm not gonna be on much longer. You know, I didn't really use dualizing in the first playthrough, mostly because I was playing in Japanese. But it is pretty cool that, like, this is the weapon I've had since the start. And it's only a little bit weaker. Well, actually, the magic attack is significantly stronger, but the P attack is only 10 more. But it's a lot more CC. Problem with this system is the game is not long enough for it to ever really matter. That's kind of the problem. This was a Wii game originally, so production values and the length of the game had to be kind of kept under control, but I guess if you get to the end game, fusing the weapons and stuff has more purpose, but you totally can just buy, you know, the strongest thing that's in a new town and be fine. Which is a good thing. I think the game would be a lot worse if that wasn't how it worked. You had to grind insane amounts of time to unlock stuff.
二人とも不器用。そう、自分の気
よ、俺に話って。
よし、それではまず
今ご
20-ish hours for $10. Yeah, that's a pretty good value. You know, Spider-Man 2 just came out yesterday, and people with a 4090 and a 13900K can't run it. It keeps crashing. It's 6 times the price of Wendigo Blue. Wendigo Blue might be buggy, but it's playable. The fact that it has quick save is the main thing that makes it playable. If it didn't have quick save, it wouldn't be much better, to be honest with you. Quick save is what turns the crashes and the soft locks and stuff to being game breaking to being like an annoying inconvenience, but it doesn't at any point prevent you from enjoying the game. Which is why, like, all roguelikes should be forced to have that, in my opinion. I've definitely played roguelikes that are mega buggy, and they don't have, like, quick save. It's like, alright, cool, I'm not playing your game then. It's not going to be stable, it should have a quick save of some sort. What?
すぐに終わらせる。水泳士最近霊が。ふと昔のことを後悔するんだ。
アスベル
小遣いの値上げ。負けるわけにはいかないんだ。これなら安心ね。ここだ。
これでしばらくは大丈夫よね。
僕の足を引っ張らないでくださいよ。ランと三兄弟剣山。まったく子供ですね。なんだ。
よし。
Apparently this game didn't sell very well. I really hope that that's not going to impact the rest of the remasters. It very well could, though, because all the normie people and the casuals, this is like the favorite, this is the darling of the series. That's not Symphonia. So it's going to be really bad because this is much better than the Symphonia remaster in every way, except for the fact that the Switch version is 30 FPS for some reason. I don't know how they couldn't get this game to run at 60. I'm sure that definitely had to impact sales. at least with Symphonia remaster, you know, they can't increase the frame rate without like redoing the whole game. But there's no reason it shouldn't have been at 60 because it was 60 on the Wii. This was originally a Nintendo game from multiple generations ago. I don't know how they couldn't get it to run. But generally, smaller games like this tend to sell the best on the Switch. So, I don't know what went on there. I hope that they're not going to pull a stunt and say that, you know, people don't want remasters anymore. I'm like, well, you gotta consider the people that only have a Switch. Vesperia runs twice as good as this game, with more going on and better graphics. Like, what the hell happened? Can't have anything good happen in this series. There's always something wrong.
シェリア。
バリーさん。
シェリア。
ええ、もちろん。引きと。
俺はその。
私に？
それは。はっきり言ったらどうなんですか？レイモン様。は
っきり。
シェリアさん。
それは済んだことで。
いいえ。あなたの寛大な優しい子、シェリアさん。そこであなたと私にこの間とは逆に私が一生。さあ。何を。俺はその。俺も手伝う。
ごめんなさい。
Eyes are terrifying.
今回のことを。
Anime bug eyes. Not quite as bad as early 2000s PC games from Japan and the anime back then. They had like bug eyes, but yeah, her eyes are pretty creepy. You guys can do better, trust me.
ありがとう。
You guys can do a lot better. She's got bug eyes.
シェリアのこと。
アスベル？
セリアが天使に。
もう。
ごめん。ところで、もし俺で。
アスベル。
自分にできる。あと。ソフィーの故郷は取り戻した。それで俺は思ったんだ。悲しい記憶は。
そういえばダメなら俺が一生目。
そういや、でも。だから。
私はまた世界中を巡っ。
そうか、シェリア。
アスベル。
お前がラントに戻ってきた時に恥ずかしくないよ。
ソフィーのこと。
あ。
じゃあ。
Sorry, you guys didn't buy our hot dog water Switch version, so we're canceling the remaster project. It's no longer happening. Sorry. Look, now you don't have to feel bad about downloading a ROM, right? We're not gonna remaster shit anymore. Look, open up the torrent client. There you go. I'd like that to not be the outcome, but I definitely think there is a possibility. I don't know how serious they are about actually caring about preservation of these games, but I would not be surprised. At least they might be willing to take the L on this remaster and then just have the next one come out on Switch 2 exclusive. And then the performance clearly won't be an issue. It shouldn't have been for this. It shouldn't have been for this. I can't fathom why they couldn't get this to run better on Switch. It makes zero sense to me. It's been proven smaller games like this sell way better. Sell way better on Switch. So when you don't take that demographic seriously, like, the sales of the game are going to suffer. Yeah, go raid your girlfriend's house. Now, he's actually a good protagonist. He doesn't go in his love interest's house and steal stuff. That's the usual RPG protagonist way. Just go into people's houses and just take stuff. But then on the other hand, usually in these games, you're the only person that can do anything. I think if a JRPG protagonist came into my house, I'd be like, just take what you want. The only one that can do anything. You and your group of badasses that can do combos on big monsters and stuff. Just take it. I will say with this remaster, they don't always tell you where to go, and it's very strange. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. You know, last time I played this game was like 16 years ago, so I don't remember everything. Who do I need to talk to now? It's probably, I don't think I've talked to Sophie yet. She must be around here somewhere. Alright, I'm not remembering where to go, game. You're gonna give me a pointer, which is a really good quality of life change, then make it work all the time, not just sometimes. I mean, people always complain about it, but you gotta look at it from, like, the characters you play are the heroes. They should be getting free stuffs. I feel like Link is the exception, because he pretty much just goes into people's houses and breaks all their pots and stuff, because he's a homicidal pot maniac. He goes through people's stuff and breaks it all the time. I mean, personally, if Asbel or, like, Yuri came into my house and, like, hey, I need to just raid the fridge, I'm like, you're gonna be the one to save the world. Just take it, man. You know, pay me back later. Pay it forward. I do not remember what to do at all. Am I, like, done or what? This remaster is really weird. For the most part, it tells you where to go. But then there's, like, arbitrary points like this where it doesn't. Like, I'm locked in here. Let me just look at the walkthrough. It's not like I haven't beaten this game before. It's not like I haven't seen the story. I played this game when it was new, way back. I hate this. I hate when Tales games do this. You need to talk to everybody, but they're all in, like, the most random places. Like, just talk in one cutscene, so I can watch the cutscene and then continue playing. I don't know where to go. They're always in the middle of nowhere. Let me go. I did all the talking. Let me see, do I need to, like, go back to sleep or something, or what? Oh, I think that's what it is. Yeah. I never played any of the Wild Arms games. I know they made it as far as PSP, and then they stopped. You're like, why doesn't it just tell me to go back to go to sleep? Well, that's not working either. Oh, it's still nighttime somehow. Must be. You gotta go up here. Why can't you just put that? That's really weird. I knew it was something stupid like that. I know, I played this game in full Japanese way back. Let's see how many of these side quests are worth doing. This is Tales of Grace's F Remastered. There were just so many RPGs PS2 era. There were some that survived like this. Final Fantasy, of course. Disgaea survived. Wild Arms barely did. Suikoden didn't. Suikoden died on PS2. But Breath of Fire didn't survive the PS2 either. Technically it did, because they did Breath of Fire 6, but... They did Breath of Fire 6, but nobody liked that game. And it died in months, which is pretty much what everybody thinks about. You do mobile games like that, nobody asks for it. Get surprised Pikachu and it doesn't do well. Either that or it's like Tales of Crestoria, where it actually didn't do too bad, but there were a number of factors that prevented that game from succeeding. It couldn't make a comeback. I don't know, the first problem with Crestoria was turn-based combat. I don't play Tales for turn-based. Granted, people that know their stuff about Tales know that it's not the first time Tales has been turn-based. The difference is that the old turn-based games were a product of their time. They were Game Boy Color games, so that's about as good as you could do on that platform. And also they were complete stories, right? Tales of Crestoria was turn-based, which already made people like me not interested because I play these games with the battle system, first and foremost. There's definitely some Tales games I've really resonated with the story, like Abyss, but the main reason I'm here is the combat. Combat's gone, and then you promise a really good story, and it's like, well, if the story's the only thing your gacha game has going for it, I'm not going to play it, personally. Because I know I've been playing service games longer than most people, and I know that most of the time the story does not finish. There are very few online games where the story actually finishes in the way that it's intended to. Almost never.
け犬なはずね。俺は誰もが。
みんな無事よかった。
It was a lot cheaper to make games back then, so you gotta think about how badly they would have had to sell to not survive. Compared to now, where games cost so much more, and that's why they're so risk averse. That's why we have like another 50 Genshin clones on the way. Like it cost so much less money to make games back then, so those franchises not survive is really bad. Back then, you could make the game of this size and quality in like a year and a half. Now it takes like 5 years and way more money and way more people, and then it's got to sell so much more to even break even. This game released back at the time when there was a new Tales game every year. Varying quality, of course. Around this time was Hearts DS, Vesperia this, The Dawn of the New World, Tempest a few years prior, Innocence. These games are coming out every year. Now, there's been like 3 games in the past 10 years. Let's think about that for a second. They knew how to turn these games out quick, and due to the combat system, you definitely look past the jank and sometimes bad writing, both. That's kind of the problem with Arise. Arise came out in the old release schedule for these games, and no one would really complain about it that much, because there would be another one next year. It'd be pretty much like Call of Duty. People whine and moan and complain about Call of Duty does something bad, and then there's another one next November, so people get over it quick. That's precisely the problem with Zestiria and Arise being the way they are. The games don't come out, they come out like 5 times less than they used to. So when you don't like a game, you're not going to have another one next November. That's how these games used to work. There were so many Tales games back then. It's a miracle I, like, played and finished almost all of them. I think the DS games were very inconsistent in quality. Innocence had some cool stuff about it, but the graphics were terrible. So were the dungeons. The dungeons felt like they were from some indie game, not a professional, large publisher. They only made one 3DS, well, they only made one DS Tales game that actually had pixel art, and that was Hearts. Like, they should have made the rest of the other ones like that. They would have aged a lot better. Luckily, two of them got a remake, but then they cock-teased with the Tempest remake that never happened, and that game needed it the most. Hearts Original is more than playable. It's definitely not the best in the series, it's playable. Innocence definitely needed a remake. The problem with Innocence R is that it's painfully obvious it was supposed to be a PSP game, and I guess it just got finished so late that they just got forced to put it on Vita. There's like nothing in that game that needs the Vita's horsepower. Especially with how it looks, it should have been able to run 60 FPS. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's pretty apparent that that was a game. It was one of those really late era generation games that like really should have been on the next, didn't really have a reason to be on the next console. Other than the fact that it was new. We need a new game for our new console. Here, just take this old game. This game you're working on for last gen. And, like, slightly upgrade it. Kamen Rider Batride War Genesis was like that, too. The remaster, the PS4 version of that game, they put, like, zero effort into. They didn't even increase the frame rate. All they did was add more peons. All they did was add more peons and upscale it to 1080p. It's the only thing that they did. The game should have easily been 60, but they didn't do that. Innocence R is kind of the same thing. Hearts R looks so much better in every way. Hearts R feels like an actual Vita game. Definitely should have added fast travel out of dungeons too. It's really dumb that they don't have that. But make doing this much less of a pain. I never like going back in dungeons unless you have some kind of fast travel to get back to the exit. It's basically like doing the dungeon twice. This remaster is pretty good, but there definitely are some things about it. Like, you know, if you just put a little bit more effort into it, it'd be, like, way better. This game doesn't have a map. That doesn't help either. There's no map in this game. This remaster's pretty good, though. Definitely better than... Definitely better than the Symphonia remaster. It actually runs at a playable frame rate, and it's not buggy. There are some issues with frame rate causing some things to not work properly if you go above 60, but other than that, it's pretty solid. Price is pretty fair too. It's only like $40. I got it for like 30 something. I don't remember where to go. Why couldn't you just add a fast travel anywhere? That's why I didn't want to do this tonight. I know I was going to get annoyed. Just give me instant fast travel. Trying to modernize the game, but don't do it. You don't completely do it. They only do half of a job. You just get the fuck out of here, man. Especially when it's chests I've already seen and I can't remember where to go. And there's no map. Add a map and instant fast travel from anywhere. This game doesn't even have a world map, so I don't understand why they don't have that. There's no world map in this game, it's just a menu. I think this is it here. Yeah. Alright, good. That still sucks though. Alright, what else is worth doing? I definitely hope the remasters come out at a pretty steady pace. I mean, there was that like leak from it was like a Polish gaming site or something, gaming store. They had a website that said there was a Xillia remaster. I hope that that's true, but I hope it's just both games in one. I hope they don't make us wait another year for the next one. Xillia 1 needs actual balance changes. The boss fights in that game are terrible unless you stand back and spam magic. I mean, which is fun in its own way, but the battle system in that game is really good and it's wasted the way that the boss fights are. From what we can tell, this game did not change how the accuracy and stagger resistance interaction works. And I was really hoping they would do something about that because this game is kind of ass for high-level gameplay. Which is probably why it's well-liked. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth first playthrough. Nothing too out there. Nothing like a little bit of grinding or changing your build can't fix. But playing this game at a high level sucks because of the accuracy and the stagger resistance and how they work with each other. It would have been nice if they fixed that, but the fact that they didn't, when in the high-level Graces community, it's the biggest complaint about this game, tells me that if the Xillia remaster is true, that they're not going to do anything to it. And I honestly don't want to buy that game again. I don't want to stand back and cast Fireball and Bloody Howling for 20 hours. I do not want to do that at all. But it really seems like that might actually be the case. That might actually be the next one. There was a trademark renewal, I think, for Abyss. And I think Abyss is a good choice, but Abyss also needs a lot of work as well. The fact that it's going to run better is going to help a lot, because you spend a lot of time on the world map in that game and it runs terribly. But, like, also, it needs cutscene skips for one. That game has no skippable cutscenes, so even if you... The story is great, but playing that game again and also speedrunning it is a nightmare because you have to mash the A button for like 50 hours. I guess Xillia is probably the easiest one for them to do next, but... I mean, I'd buy it to support the franchise, but I probably would wait for mods. Because the melee combat in that game is really good, and you can't use it. We'll see, I guess. I don't know what it is, what sales expectations they're expecting for this. Let's see how much of the rest of this is worth doing. This game in particular has really bad side quest hell. Oh, there's not that much. Innocence R is just really funny looking at it. It does not look like a Vita game at all. It's like it's so blatantly obvious that they were like almost done developing that game and it was going to be a really late era PSP game. But at some point they got approached by somebody, either Sony or Bamco or both, and like just take this game you've already made and just make it work on the Vita. Because, like, Heartsar looks so much better. It's a pretty big upgrade. Reminds me of Twilight Princess. Like, that game got delayed so long that they had to promise it as a Wii game, even though the GameCube version was better, because the only thing they did with the Wii version is, like, upscale it slightly, I think, and then shoehorn in remote controls. That's the only thing that changed. They must have only spent, like, a couple months tops getting it to work on the Wii. But, like, nobody plays the Wii version. Also, the game was mirrored. They mirrored Twilight Princess because of the way that he holds his sword. They, like, flipped the game, they reversed it, and that's all they did to it. There's nothing about that game that needed to be on the Wii. It's just, it took so long to come out. They wanted to inflate their launch lineup, even though it's basically just a barely upgraded GameCube game. You could argue it's downgraded because the motion controls sucked. It wasn't like Skyward Sword, where it was like actually made with the Wii in mind. Breath of the Wild was basically same thing. Surprised they didn't do that this gen. Put out like a AAA Zelda game, and then you know, it's barely upgraded for the new console. They're probably gonna do that with Tears of the Kingdom. Like, barely add anything to it. And make it run at 60. They know that they can get money out of that. Sell you the same game twice in close proximity. Alright, well, I actually have to try to get up in the morning and call the insurance people, and that's going to really make me angry. I mean, it would piss off a saint, but they like never answer the phone unless you call like frame one in the morning. So I'm going to attempt to get to bed. What's most likely going to happen, knowing my anxiety lately, I'll probably wake up early. I might actually stream while I'm on the phone because it's crazy how long it takes them to answer the phone. I'm like, can you hire more than two people to do this job, please? Or just give me a chat of some sort? But yeah, I do have to do that in the morning, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do Degenerate Gaming tonight. But I will be streaming at my neighbor's house tonight, for sure. Probably Grace's. I don't know how much more I'll do of Wendigo Blue. Depends on how much the stuff that I haven't unlocked, how impactful it is. I might be done with it until patches. So probably Grace's tonight. PGR, entropy effect if it stops stuttering. I got a key for Blade Chimera, so that's probably a Steam Deck game. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys when I can.